Kyusho level 9 is about weapon defense. Now weapon defense can be categorized a lot of different ways just by different weapons, different angles of attack. We typically start with a knife or a club or something, and we discuss some different ranges from here. At our school we've expanded upon that a little bit because of our curriculum. We do knife defense in 4 stages: long range, mid range, close range, and then static or mugging. So those 4 stages are different in the way that they're attacked, but essentially for Kyusho purposes, it's all the same. One of the common things we'll say in class is to disarm people with strikes. And what that means is you're not trying to take somebody's knife out of their hand. If somebody is willing to walk up to you with a knife or a weapon and try to slice or try to cut or try to hold you up, they have power in their hand, and the more you focus on that, the harder your life is going to be. If someone is holding a knife, their hand is squeezed, their tension is there, and they're very aware that they're holding that. I think even more so with a gun. That's their most important part of it. If they didn't need it, they wouldn't have it. So if somebody is taking a slice at you, that may be your opportunity to strike somewhere else. The main thing is your body position while doing that. Now, I think it would be true that if somebody was coming across and trying to cut at me, if I were able to get a real clean shot to their face, I might be able to hit a point and get the target that I want to possibly knock them down. But what are the chances that my arm's going to get cut on the way, or I'm also going to get cut? I don't want to take a chance of hitting somebody while also getting a chance of getting injured or killed myself. So what we have to focus on is body position. So without having the other person here, we are in isolation, so I'm going to have to simulate some of this, but I want to imagine that somebody's coming at you with an attack from here. So I'm going to give you a broad, long-range type of attack. So probably the worst type of attack, but this is an angry individual, someone coming in with a lot more body than knife, meaning that they've picked up the weapon, they're upset, they're angry, and they're charging in, really not thinking too much of that. If you're thinking in terms of a knife fighter, fine, so be it, we can get to that, but right now we're thinking in terms of somebody that is not so skilled, more just aggressive and angry. If they give you that opening, and you see that opening right here, that's your chance to get in. I still suggest run if you can, but if you have the option and you have to get in there and you have to defend yourself and your family, then this is what you want. The knife is on this side. So if the knife is on that side and I'm being attacked from that side and I see that attack coming in, the most important thing I can do for myself is position so that the back of my body is the only thing that they can reach. When I do that, I launch forward, covering as much as I can. I want my head covered, I want my neck covered, my face covered, and I want to cover as much of my body. If I get sliced in the back, it's going to hurt, but I may not feel it right away. I'm going to bleed. I could bleed severely, but it's more of a shell. The only place in the back from a slice that I really want to try to avoid is probably the kidney area. Everything up here can take that slice. I will have to go to the hospital, but at least I'm protecting the front side of my body. In the front, you're going to find a lot more damage with the organs in the front and here, certainly the chest, even though you have the bones to protect yourself as well as the muscle. The neck, super important to protect because you're going to bleed out very quickly. And anything in the face, even though you may not die from the facial cut, it's going to bleed a lot. You get cut across the forehead and there's going to be so much blood in your eyes you're not going to be able to defend. So this is where I say body position is most important. If the person swings from this side and I'm able to get in on that side, I'm going to shoot in with my back towards the weapon. Distancing is so important, so once you launch in, you get as tight to the person as possible. Once you're in tight, they're going to start to figure out how to fight and they're going to try to create space. This is where you strike them right away. You shoot in, you strike, and you follow them to the ground or follow them until they drop. In this case, when I shoot in, I want to focus on targets that I'm comfortable with, so anything on the side of the face is going to be great. First one we're going to start with is just going to be TW23. That's going to allow you to access the corner of their eye. It's going to turn their head, giving a whole array of other points to focus on. So if someone's swinging at you and you have a chance to come in, as you shoot in, smack to the side of the head. Doesn't even have to be a hard strike. As you're closing, head's going to turn, and then you can come across even with something as blunt as an elbow. TW23. So if you feel that on yourself, you're going to be pressing forward and away. That's going to turn the person's head. If someone's coming at you with a backhand type of strike, same thing goes. I see them coming from the side. I'm going to launch in and try to smack the back of their hand. I could do it with the palm, or I could do it with the back of the hand. I'm hitting the side of their head, TW23, getting them to turn while I close in. And if you're not sure of anything else, throw an elbow to their face. People might be thinking, well, they still have a knife, but you start elbowing someone in the face, they're going to have a much harder time cutting. If your body position is in the right place, small cuts are manageable, big elbows to the person's head are not.